Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play The Sims 3 on Saturday. Sorry I'm posting this video a bit late today. I ran into some issues with my recording. I actually had everything recorded on Friday night, and half of it didn't get recorded. So I know I keep running into these editing problems. But be that as it may, I re-recorded, actually replayed like a whole hour of the game in order to get the footage I needed for this episode. But as you can see here, we have little toddler Aria here playing by herself. I've been kind of letting her do her own thing when she's playing. So sometimes she chooses to play with her imaginary friend doll, and sometimes she chooses the logic box and not the music box, which is interesting. But be that as it may, I just kind of opted to kind of let her kind of do her own thing with that. And it's funny that both parents will come to take care of Aria at the same time, and whichever one comes first and the second one shows up, and they're frustrated and upset about that. So here we have Daddy teaching Aria how to walk. Trying to get the walking and the potty training all done pretty quickly, and there was an interruption. He got hungry and just kind of left her, and so we're now seeing skip ahead, and also noticing that we have a stinky baby, so gotta change her diaper, and then she's also getting tired. So once he's satisfied with the walking training, then he'll also put her to bed. I like how he's kind of giggling at her about that, and now she's just all cranky, and she's like, I'm just too tired to and stinky. So there we go. Change the diaper so her hygiene goes up, and now she just needs to go into the crib and sleep for a little bit. Can't keep training, you know, can't learn how to walk if you're tired. So, here we go. And she'll eventually conk out and go to sleep. And Dad got a phone call there, and now I've got Mom coming up. She's been sleeping for a little while now, and gonna have Mom do some things with Aria. She needs to get that walking and potty training out of the way. Yep, here we go, potty training. She's got the talking down. Last episode, I think, if you watched it, that she had a chance to learn how to talk. And she's very close to finishing the potty training now, so she should pop on that next. And then the only important thing is that she has to learn how to walk, so that way she can walk to the potty by herself. Gesundheit. Mom just sneezed. Alrighty, so like how he just kind of sits there and just nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, and I think I was noticing that poor Champion the horse was thirsty, and I'm like, okay, well then, there's a trough of water, go drink. And so while I was busy getting the horse to go drink his water, Aria went ahead and she's now officially potty trained. So that's a good thing. It's always good to have your toddler potty trained before they age up. Like I said, I think in the last episode, if you fulfill all the basic requirements for a toddler, so making sure that they get enough sleep and food, obviously, giving them the love and attention that they need, but then also making sure they can walk and talk and go potty, then they usually allow you to choose a trait for them when they age up to a child. So I thought, you know, that's always one of my main goals. I don't like the toddler stage, and as soon as all three of those things are accomplished, I immediately have a birthday party and age them up, because I really don't like the toddler stage very much at all. I find the child stage can be interesting sometimes, but I often find that annoying as well. But be that as it may, you know, everyone's gotta grow through their stages, don't they? So it'll be interesting to see ultimately how how Aria will develop and what direction she's going to go in with her life and everything. I think I'd like to continue doing this series with Aria in terms of just kind of having her grow up and kind of follow her life, just like we followed her mom's life. I don't know if people are interested in that. If you would like me to continue this series and recording it, I'll probably continue playing it one way or the other, but if you want me to continue the series even after Aria is a full adult and just kind of following her and maybe her children as well, and just doing this multi-generational series the way I'm doing it so far, you know, please leave me a comment below. If you would rather see me try and start a new family and do something new or different, leave me a comment below for that as well. You know, either way. Which, you know, are you enjoying the series and want to see what happens? Or would you rather see me do something different? In which case, once Aria has reached young adulthood, I can always end this series and do something different. So we'll see how far I go with this or not. But I would love to hear comments from people. Alright, you can see I kind of sped things up here. And she can walk. Which means she can now take herself to potty, which is even better. And which also means that we're getting close to birthday party time. Yep, and here little Aria, she woke everyone up because she was hungry. Well, you know, all that walking makes you hungry. And so then I sent both parents to bed, and I left Aria out of her crib because she didn't really need it. She's not that tired yet. And I thought, well, once she's finished with her bottle, it'll be interesting to see, you know, what is she gonna go for in her room. Like, she could use the potty chair, and let's see if she'll go do it by herself. And she's like, oh. Nope, I rather nom on my finger. Like, alright, and then of course she's like, I'm gonna cry. Because I can. She's already being a little diva just like her mom. I think that's kind of funny. She's just like, I'm crying for no reason. You know, mom and dad are like, you woke me up. And now Aria's like, okay, never mind. I'll just play with my doll. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send mom and dad back to bed. They need their beauty sleep. And you might notice that the horse has a red spot on him. I cut out the footage, but for some reason he was not wanting to drink out of this one water trough. So I had to do some things to get him to eat and drink out of his corral instead, and I don't know, he's being a stubborn little horsey. So, but I did fix him. He's okay, so don't worry about him. In the meantime, I just thought I'd just kind of keep an eye on Aria and see what she wants to do here. And obviously she's focusing on her bestest friend. These dolls are interesting, and I actually have played with toddlers and children with these dolls before, and actually in one case I actually did turn the imaginary friend. Well, first of all, they came to life, and then second, I actually transformed them into a human child. So all of a sudden you now have another child in the house, which I thought was interesting. But the thing is, I wanted the child to have a romantic relationship with it, and you know, now it's a brother or sister, so that's weird. So I ended up abandoning that entirely. Alright, so here we're having a birthday party. There's a whole bunch of people at the party, but you don't see them because they were upstairs listening to the dad. He was playing guitar. And so right now it's just the maid and the mom doing the birthday. And you can see behind her, I got this kind of the spooky day decorations out because it's almost spooky day. So with the next episode, I think I'm going to play with the spooky day things and have Aria for trick-or-treating or something. I think it might be fun. Mom's sneezing again. Hope she's not catching a cold. Alright, everyone's starting to show up for Aria's big transformation. Here we go. Yep. Now she's a child. With little pigtails. And so I decided to give her the star quality. That's one of her mom's traits. She already has Virtuoso and Heavy Sleeper, so it'll be interesting to see where we go from there on that. And Mom is now talking to Isaac's brother. I was originally trying to hook up Felicia with the brother in the first place, but it's just I forget what his name is off the top of my head again. But he's just the uncle now. So because Dad's a werewolf and the uncle's a vampire, so it'll be interesting to see. I think so far Aria seems completely human, so I don't know if she'll develop any supernatural traits later on, or if she'll have to quote-unquote ask to be turned if that's the case. So it'll be interesting to see how all that turns out as she gets older. People are leaving the party. Ultimately, the party ended up being a great success, but yeah, you gotta love how Dad eats cake when he's in werewolf mode. That was just kind of funny. And Aria seems to be a very thoughtful girl because she wants to, you know, help clear off the table, but she's like, oh, never mind. Mom just took her plate, darn it. Dad walks away and doesn't take his plate, so Aria's like, oh yay, there's a plate I can clear away. And I actually kind of like the clothes that she's wearing. She doesn't look completely hideous like her mom did when she aged up to elder. And here I decided it was time that Aria's room kind of reflected her a little bit. Her favorite color is hot pink. I did not choose that color, that just happened to be her favorite color that she was born with. So I decided to kind of use hot pink throughout the room. And I kind of skip over some of this. There we go. So you can see that I got the bed, I got the carpet in there. I'm using these little potted flower light things. And added some toys and a costume chest in her room, that kind of thing. So she'll have a little bit more fun room to live in, and she's got her own private bathroom there as well. So yeah, get her a bookshelf there. So I want her to be a smart child. I want her to do well in school. But yeah, definitely wanted to kind of give her more of a children's room, even though it is a very large room for a child. Alright, so here she is. She was out in the backyard playing with the dogs in the rain, so she's all dripping and soaking wet right now. And she wanted to come up and look at, and you can't see it right in this shot, but there's a couple of paintings of unicorns above her bed that have kind of pink in them and stuff, and she apparently doesn't like them. Like, nice critique there, Aria. Alright, Daddy's got a celebrity opportunity to do there. And, of course, her first instinct is to go play with her imaginary friend doll again. And then Daddy wanted to come tell her a secret. And they're talking. It looks like they're talking about the party now. So, hey, Dad, that was a great party. But yeah, she looks like she'll be an interesting child. And here is something interesting. So, Dad gets this wish to enroll his daughter in the Le Fromage Art School, which is a boarding school. And here I have a question to anyone who is still watching this video at this point. Should I send her to the art school? She does seem to have a want. She wants to learn how to paint. She wants to take art classes. And obviously she would get an opportunity to do that at the boarding school. The downside of that is that she will not be part of the game while she's at the school. She might visit home once in a while, from what I've read, but at the boarding school, she basically lives at the boarding school. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if I want to send her, or maybe I'll send her a little later on. I definitely want her to go through Spooky Day and bond a little bit with her parents first before I just send her off. But what do you guys think? Should I send Aria to boarding school? That is the second question. So please leave a comment if you're hearing this, and let me know. Should I send her to boarding school or not? You know, she definitely has a desire to learn about art, and so going to an art school would be a good opportunity for her. But at the same time, we won't see her in the household and things. So at least not until she's a teenager. So we could have her go off to art school and then come back as a teenager, and she'll get some new traits just from going to the school itself. So definitely would lean her more towards the direction of going into an arts-related field. You know, she could be a painter, she could be a singer, she could be an actress, etc. You know, her mom's an actress, obviously, so, and she's already a 3-star celebrity, which is interesting. She's kind of born as a celebrity, but she is the child of 2 celebrities, so no surprise with that. And here she obviously, like, dad's like, I really like my daughter, I want to interact with her, so you can see hence why I'm not sure if I want to send her to the boarding school or not. I've not done that with a family before, so that would be a different thing for me, to see how that all works out. But, you know, at the same time, she wouldn't be, you know, we wouldn't be able to watch her develop in her childhood. But at the same time, then I wouldn't have to deal with having her to do her homework and all that stuff. So, at any rate, I'm definitely going to keep her around long enough to do a Spooky Day trick-or-treating, and maybe play with her costume chest a little bit, and play with some of the equipment in her backyard before it's winter, before doing that. I don't think there's any requirement that she has to be sent off to the boarding school immediately, so I probably won't immediately. But at any rate, I think that's a long enough episode. Thanks so much for joining me this time, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.